And then based on that, you could just keep multiplying it. That way the smaller scripts become a big script. So it's very, very easy. What I'll do is, there are a couple more things I need to show you before we get into like writing the bigger scripts. And that way, we have this good. Okay, so let's do. So let me cat this file here, clear it, and so everybody knows you have to give some kind of executive permission here so that the script could run, okay? And how do you identify the script .sh? Okay, so if you type it .sh, this is normal, this is standard, standard naming convention. Okay, and what else is okay.
The script itself does not any extensions.
I'm sorry.
The script itself does not any extension. The sentence part of.
Yeah, so it doesn't need any extension, but it's a
Sentence
standard
समझ में
naming.
नहीं आ रहा।
It's a standard naming convention so that the other people in your group know. Okay, so if I do ls here, this script doesn't end with .sh, right? But this is still a script here. I'm gonna say like this script and hit enter. The script is running. Okay, what I want to try to point out is putting .sh, it will only help people in your group or yourself later on when you come back in there, okay? Okay, so, and you know about the comment out. If you have something in the line you want script not to read it, you use comment out. Okay, all right, so what else? What else I have here is so I showed you how to comment out here, and we created a basic script here yesterday so that it looks nice on your eyes here. Okay, so script is what? It's nothing but running your commands inside the file. That's all it is. So if you go into VI and go inside the script here, this is a command, this is a command, this is a command. All these are commands here, okay? Now there is one other thing here. Later on, you will write a command that may come up right in the middle of a sentence or middle somewhere that you want to run a command here, but that wouldn't run. So how would you do that? I'll show you. So let me exit out of this, clear the screen, And let me make sure the recording is on. I know I started it. Yeah, the recording is on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this template. The reason I created a template is so that when I copy it, it copies over all your bin bash inside the script as well as the permissions. Okay.
Mr. Zafar, what's in the template though?
I I put in just basic stuff in it. Bin bash. That's all I put it in there. Okay.
Okay.
And the permissions. If you do ls-l, the template has permissions in there already set. So you don't have to go around and remember, and you have to keep typing this all the time. So I'm gonna go copy the template, and then I'm gonna name the new file as what should I do? A command. I'm gonna name the file cmd, okay, and hit enter. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, if you do ls-l, here the command, the permissions is already there, and then if you already go in the cmd file, the bin bash is already there. Okay, that's the benefit of having the template on your own. I mean, that is something you could do it or don't do it. That is something you personally do it or prefer. So what I'm gonna do here is echo, and I'm gonna say this is a ls-l script. Okay, and then if you don't want to okay, I want to save and exit here. Okay, and then I'm gonna run cmd, and it says this is a ls-l script here, but what I want to do is, I don't want to give the ls-l in the second line here. If I want to give it here, the command here, okay, wherever I'm here, ls-l. So let's take a look here and see what happens here. Okay, so it's just reading that line here, but I want ls-l, which is at the end of the line, to actually run the command. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to use the backtick. Okay, everybody know what backtick is? Backtick, if I bring up the keyboard here, okay, so here, this is a backtick. You have to hold, no, you don't have to hold the shift key. The one on the right next to number 1 is a backtick, the little tick, and then it has a tilde too. So to bring the tilde, you have to hold the shift key. For backtick, you don't have to hold the shift key. Okay, so this is not a quote or single quote here. Okay, you got to remember that. This is very important, and a lot of times if you mess up something, it could be you are not using the correct either backtick or one of those things. Okay, so I'm gonna save and exit. Now if I run it, so okay, so what is it? This is ls-l. Okay, so the backtick is running. I mean, the ls-l is running, but why is it coming in there? Oh, give me 1 second here. It might be getting confused with this. There you go. Now you see, if you have, you got to be careful how you use the single quote and back quotes, and as well as backtick in combination with the sentence. Okay, so you see here, this is a LSFNL script, and then after that it is running the command for you. Okay, so give me 1 second here. Okay, so I'm gonna say here, what happens the moment I put a pound there? Anybody, what happens the moment I start the line with a pound or hash? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is YY, and I'm gonna go see here, I'm gonna say something like this is now I am running df-h, and then if in the backticks, then you type df-h. What will happen is, when the script is going through, it will realize, oh, I need to run this command actually. So if this command is not starting right at the start of the line, then it will be ignored. For you to allow the system to read this anywhere in the line, then you have to use backticks. Okay, is that clear enough, or should I explain you more?
Explain it one more time, Mr. Zafar.
So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the backticks here, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to save and exit. Clear the screen. I'm going to run CMD. Okay, over here, it didn't run the dff-h command. I want the system to run the dff-h command, but I didn't get any output, right? Why did that happen? Okay, if the command is coming, if the command is not starting here, okay, if the command is not starting at the start of the line, the system cannot read it. For you to be able to have the system read the command, no matter where you put the command in the line, you have to use backtick.
Okay.
Okay, so a moment ago when we ran the script, it didn't run, right? dff-h.
Right.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make echo here so that we could see. I'm gonna just give echo. So it will give you a blank line, okay? So that means there's a separation between here and here. The only reason I'm putting echo here is so that it looks better on our eyes. Okay, here, I ran this command. It says it ran the first command here, but it didn't run the second dff-h because it's in the middle of a line. So now I'm gonna run it. Now it ran the command. Why?
Okay.
Why it ran the command? Because you have dff-h in backticks.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all it is. That's all it is to it. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is running command middle of the comment, middle of the line. Okay, that should help you guys. Running command from anywhere in the line. Okay. Okay, so this is what it is. That's about it for this one here. Okay, so now let's so let's move forward here. So what we're going to do is let's talk about some the operators. It's called arithmetic operators. Okay, so I'll tell you what this is. Okay, don't worry. So what it is if you want to add something, okay, so you use the plus in there. Okay, this is called addition. And what do you use for a subtraction? A minus, hyphen, and then an asterisk is for, you guys should know, right? Asterisk is usually used for multiplication. Okay, and then a slash, you use slash for division. Okay, but here when you're using in the script here, what you use is you have to use for this, when using inside script, this is the format you have to use, a backslash and an asterisk if you want to multiply something here. Okay, so let's do some multiplication on the command line, or let's do some math here, math calculator, and see what happens here. Okay, so if I do if I clear this, if I do 2 space plus space 2 and hit enter, it's going to give you command not found. But there is a special command you have to use. It is called expression, EXPR, then you do 2 plus 2. Now what is this? EXPR is a built-in operator, and what it will do is when you hit enter, it will do the math. Okay, similarly if you do 2 minus 2, it will subtract, same thing with asterisk. So if I go asterisk, it's not going to work. For you to be able to use the asterisk, you have to put the slash and then the asterisk, then hit enter, then it will do the math. And then division, Just division doesn't, you don't have to worry about that. You have to give the forward slash and hit enter, and there you go, division works. Okay, is that clear? That should be crystal clear. EXPR. So this one, EXPR stands for expression. So it says it stands for expression, okay? And it does the calculation. Okay, now let me copy this and go in here. Now the next concept I'm going to talk to you about is Boolean. Anybody know what a Boolean is?
Boolean?
Yeah. Boolean.
I forgot. It's Boolean numbers.
Equal to, not equal to. That's it. Less than or greater than. You guys heard about this, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Boolean? No.
What about equal to? In the math, I mean, is 2 equal to 3? And then answer you get is no, right? So equal to, if you want to use a comparison, okay, actually a Boolean is arithmetic is a comparison. Okay, denoting a system of algebraic notation used to represent logical proposition, especially in computing. Binary variable having two possible variants, true or false. Okay, Boolean is true or false. Comparison slash true or false. Okay, and then the symbol, you could use the letter or the symbol. To use the symbol, it's double equal. This is equal to. Okay, and hyphen ne. You go now like this. If you have something like this, not equal to. Okay, if I ask you a question, 3 is not equal to 2, what would be the answer? True or false?
True.
Okay, good. All right. Now, 2 is equal to 2. 2 is equal to 2. What is the answer?
Is true.
2 equal to 2 is it's a true statement, so you get true. And then 2 is not equal to 2. What is the answer? True or false?
False.
Yeah. Okay, you got it. So these are either true or false. In the Boolean, the answer would be either true or false. That's it. So this is the calculation is doing it, not equal to. I'll show you how we're going to use this in a moment here. Not equal to. Okay, now GT stands for greater than or equal to. If I have a symbol like this, everybody agrees, right? This is a greater than symbol. Greater than.
Yeah.
And if I have LT, what is LT? Less than.
Less than.
Don't tell me you guys don't know this. Greater than or less than. And then the last one I have is hyphen LE. This stands for, what does it stands for? Less than or equal to. Okay, and then if you have hyphen GE, then what it would be is you go like this, greater than or equal to. So if I said 3 is greater than or equal to 2, what would be the answer?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. If you have one thing is confirming to be true, then it's true. Okay? If 3 is greater than or equal to 2, that means it's true. Okay, and if I have two lines like pipes, these are not lines or anything like that. This is pipe. Shift and then you push this key here, right next to del. When okay, everybody know what pipe is because when we use grep, we use pipe.
Yeah.
Means or. In this context here, we're using it as or. That means you're using two pipes, you're not using a single pipe. Two pipes. So this is a key above. Enter on keyboard. Okay, and in double AND means AND. AND means ampersand. Correct English for AND is ampersand. Okay. And then if you have something like a dollar and the question mark, this is to check the exit code. We'll talk about this a little later. Don't worry about this right now, so I'll explain you in detail. What is exit code here? I'm sleepy today, I don't know why. Weather is so nice here in Chicago area. It's like summer like yesterday. Okay, so these are the basic things you have to worry about it, okay? So now let's see how things are working. Okay, so so the next command I'm going to talk about is the read command. So I'm going to say clear the screen. And I type read. and hit enter. So it's telling me to read something here, okay? So I type Zafar and hit enter. So now the system, when you type read, the system doesn't actually know what it is. So what you have to type is read, I'm gonna say name, NAME 1, and hit enter. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give the name Zafar and hit enter. So now what I have to do is, when I read this, the name 1 is being held into the memory right now. If you recall name 1, it will display Zafar. How do you recall name 1? So what you do is name, now you use echo command, ECHO. So you're telling the system echo name 1. So it's actually not working. What do you do is echo $name 1. So when you push the dollar, you're telling it, the system, to read it from the memory. So if I type $name 1, it reads from the memory. So right now, when we created a variable name 1, then it goes and sits in the memory until you clear it. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this couple times here. Make sure you guys know. So read, this is a built-in command, okay? So now when you type read, it doesn't need anything. So the correct syntax is, it need to read and then give something in front of it. You need to give a placeholder. Okay? Read, and then you're giving it a placeholder. That means a space. You need to give a placeholder. Okay, in this scenario, name 1 is a placeholder. Okay, name 1. You made this up. Okay, good. Now, if you run name 1, it doesn't know what it is. You have to use the echo sign. Use echo Okay, so before that here, saves in memory. Okay, then what happens is, if you want to read it from the memory, echo, if you're running in, echo does not know to read from memory. Okay, over here, when you add a dollar sign, when dollar sign is added to placeholder, echo reads from memory. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I want to make sure you got the concept before I move on here, okay? All right, so who needs the explanation here? Come on, speak up. Hafiz Saab, let's I'll clear the screen and you tell me what you understood. Then I'll walk you through. Tell me what should I type. I'm gonna use the read command, okay? And then what should I put here?
You're making a buffer, right? You
Yes.
can use name1 or name to any variable.
Yeah, give the name of a variable.
Anyone. First variable you can give.
What do I give?
FST variable.
FIRST, okay?
Okay, first. Now you can give any name, like my name or anybody's name.
Okay.
Any value, that's it.
Okay, now how do I, now where did it go? It went into the memory. Right? Yeah, good.
Okay.
Now how do I recall that from the memory?
By saying echo with the dollar sign with the variable name.
Very good, you got it. So it repeats from the memory, it repeats 1,000 times unless the memory is cleared.
Yep.
Okay, Harun, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's see here. So let's have some fun. So now building on top of that, let's build something on top of that, okay? So let's do a math calculation. So let's see here. So let me clear the screen. So what I'm going to do is read number 1. I'm going to say 45. Then read number 2, num2. And then I'm going to say 55, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say echo $num1 and $num2. So it's sitting in the memory here. Now if I want to add them, how do I add them?
Plus sign add कर देना बीच में.
No. For adding you have to use plus sign, but you start with the expr. You have to use the expr command.
Okay.
Right here stands for expression does calculation.
Okay.
Okay. Then you do $num plus
num1.
Yeah, num1. Very good. Thank you. Num1 plus $num2. Okay, you get the math.
So can we define more than one variable like num1, num2 in a single line?
Anything. You want to define, let's do read number 3. Okay, num3 and hit enter.
No, in a single line, can we define 2 variables, 3 variables?
Over here, adding them?
No, in the same line, like read num3, num4, num5, num6, 3 variables I want to write in the same, in the same one.
Okay, so let's take a look here. Actually, that's a good question. So let's see here. Let's type.
सुलेमान हारून जफर पूरे नाम दे दिए तो आ जाते.
Okay, do Zafar. And then let's do Harun. Okay, so let's see here. Echo dollar num3. So it's getting Zafar. And if you get num4, you get Harun. So wherever the variable is taking that as a placeholder.
echo के साथ दोनों वेरिएबल भी डिफाइन कर दे सकते होंगे अपन, मैं समझता हूँ num3 num4 भी दोनों नाम आ जाते.
Yeah, why not? The num1
simultaneously, number 3, number 4.
Yeah, so here
number 3. Yep.
Yeah, number
दोनों
4
4 दिया, 3
number
कर दिया.
3, and then let's do dollar num1, and then at the end we could do dollar num2, right? There you go.
Yep.
So I think you got this concept very well, so that's very good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is copy this here.
So everything in this is in the memory. So if we turn that off, the system it'll disappear.
Yeah, it is gone. The read command is the command. It always takes the input from the command line. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is so we did addition, right? So we did addition, and then I'm going to give a little space here so that you could get it clearly. Okay, so now, I mean, if you could do, the echo num1 or expr. Yeah, okay, so let's see if you could multiply it. For multiplication, you do backslash and asterisk and hit enter. Okay, and then for division, you just do slash. Okay, and then for subtraction, you just do a hyphen, which is a minus sign. There you go. So you got the idea here that all this is working, and this is how it works. So let me put that here. Okay, so now I have this here. So let's put this in the document. How is that going to behave in the document here? Okay, so far we did it, but in the document, how would that work here? So do I need to explain this here? Read. Okay, yeah, so already you need to give the placeholder, saves in memory, use echo does not know to read the memory, right? So you have to give the dollar sign. so that it shows, it reads from the memory.
साहब
Okay,
जरा fonts को बढ़ाओ साहब जरा.
okay. View, zoom. Okay.
First define a variable, then give the values for the variable.
Yeah, we're defining it and then we're calling the variable.
Defining it, giving the value of the variable, then calling the variable.
Yes, you got it. So let's see here. So you need to give, so this is the placeholder is a variable actually, yeah. You need to make this up. Placeholder is also known as variable. So here everything is variable here, you got the idea. So let's put that into the file here and see how that works. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a file, clear this. I'm gonna copy a template to calculator.sh. okay. Now I'm gonna go in there and edit it. vi cal.sh. okay, so I go in here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a comment here that says this is a simple calculation script, okay. And now you see how the other things are going to come into play. Enter. I'm going to say echo so I'll say enter a first number, enter a first number 2, let's just say enter a first number, okay. Now what I'm going to do is on the command line, what would we put in the command line here? So let me open a new window and Zafar Red Hat. So if I need to read it from the line here, what would I ask? Okay, so what would I ask is I would say read num1, right? This is what I would type. So let me go ahead and copy this line. So I put in read num1, okay. Now what I'm gonna say is echo enter second number, okay. So what will happen here is over here, read num1, I go like
Read num2 here.
10. Okay. And then the second number is read num2. Okay, then I go 15. Okay. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm putting the same command in the script. Script is nothing but putting together the commands, so it will write it faster. Now, if you want to do the total, okay,
Express.
yeah. So what will happen here is you type expr
Num1,
$num1 plus $2
$num2, yeah.
plus $num2. Okay. So now I'm gonna say echo So let me stop there and let's go ahead and save and exit and run it, see what happens. So I'm going to run calc sh. It says enter first number. So the script stops. When you're putting in here read num1, the script the command line is waiting for you. So is the script is waiting for you. Okay, because script is nothing but running the commands on command line. So it says enter a first number. So I'm entering a first number 10. Then the script continues on and it says enter a second number. I'm going to say enter a second number 20 and hit enter. Okay, now it says it is already doing the calculation and throwing that on or to us. So now if you want to make it look good, what we could do is
You add a third variable and catch the result in the third variable.
yeah. So what we could do is echo I'm going to say echo
num3,
why num3?
थर्ड वेरिएबल लाने के लिए 2 + 2 = 4 जैसा जैसा अपन बता देना 4 को कैच करने के लिए आपको एक वेरिएबल देना पड़ेगा num3
ओके num3
num3 हो गया ना अब फिर एक्सप्रेशन में जाके num1 + num2 = num3 बोल के देना तो num3 की num3 में वो दोनों वैल्यूज आ जाते
ओके सो हाउ डू आई डू दैट
आपको रिजल्ट जो है ना num3 में दिखता फिर
या हाउ डू आई पुट इट हियर
एक्सप्रेशन आप लिखिए एक्सप्रेशन num3 =
ओके expr
num3 =
okay $num3 or num3
$num3 sorry $num3 = $num1 + num3 $num2 $num1 या पूरा एक और num3 बोल के $num3 लिख दीजिए नीचे
ओके
एक और $num3
echo total
हाँ टोटल भी आप ऐसा लिख ले सकते हैं उसको उसकी वेरिएबल तो num3 है
num3 okay so this is really good
वो ये दोनों कोड्स में ऐसा तो रीड नहीं करेंगे ना साहब
yeah
तो आपको वो बैक क्या बोले आप
backtick yeah very good
बैकटिक दे के num3 देना पड़ेगा
okay very good and let's do this okay looks good
save and exit
enter first number 10 second number 20 and third number okay it says syntax error
तो सिंटैक्स में अपन कुछ गड़बड़ करें वैसा नहीं दे सकते फिर
so what you have to do here is so you reading num1 num2 now
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't need this echo num3
num 3 नहीं होना आपने उसको कमेंट कर दीजिए खैर चलो ठीक है
Okay, so now what we need to do is let's do total here. Total equal. Now now I told you earlier that if you're running a command in the middle of a line, you have to do the backtick. So the command is starting from here. expr, and then you give this in a backtick again.
उसकी वैल्यू किस में जाएंगे फिर टोटल में जाएंगी टोटल प्रिंट होगा डायरेक्ट
नहीं, टोटल फिर यहाँ पे टोटल आएगा. echo total is dollar total.
num 3 की वैल्यू की जरूरत नहीं है फिर
Exactly. You don't have to give num3 here. Is dollar total. So it is hitting here. The total is becoming expression. Whatever the expression is going to do, it becomes the total here.
Yeah.
And then we don't need this line here.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see if it's going to work. Enter a first number 10, second number 20, and it says there is some issue with the line 14. Okay, so line 14 is how you know how you turn the numbers on? Slash numbers, I think. Slash numbers. What? Slash num. No, actually colon slash numbers or num. No. Okay, so if you don't remember it, you go on Google.
मगर जहाँ पे गूगल पे जाने की जरूरत नहीं थी
Why not?
पूछ रहा था
Even I was working for Apple and they were doing Google all the time.
बाद वक्त बास कंपनीज में रहता कहीं भी कोई भी एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते ना सब बाहर की चीज़ें ड्यू टू सिक्योरिटी रीजंस
I mean, Google is you could access it. Even in the financial place I worked, you have to use Google. You ask somebody, okay? I mean, nobody's gonna get you on it. Enable numline on VI. So I have to say set number. Enter the following set number. There you go. So line 14 here, right?
टोटल के बाजू स्पेस दीजिए देखिए साहब
Okay.
खाली स्पेस देके देखिए आप बस रन करिए आता क्या देखिए
10, 12. So now I know what the problem is. Here, now what you have to do is you have to give the quotes here. You have to put the variable in the quotes. When you put the variable in the quotes, then it will remember that. Okay? So I'm going to save and exit. Num1 5, num2 10, and the total should be 15. And it's not showing up here. So line 14 is a mess. Line 14. This is line 14 here, and expression num expression is total. Okay, I think I need to get rid of the space here. Yeah. So all these things is important here. Unless you have like a good hang of this, you will run into some issues that's expected. There you go. Total is 70.
Yep.
So if you want to make it look good on your eyes, what you could do is echo in here the sum of first number and second number is, you're just using the echo dumb echo command here to use this. And if you do calc, first number is 5, second number is 3, the total is 7. Or in the line, if you want to make it put it in a line here, instead of first number, what you could do is here you could also do insert dollar num1, and here what you could do is dollar num2. Right, so let's see here, dollar num2. Okay, I'm not sure if I need to do the quotes. Okay, so yeah, the sum of 2 and 3 is 5. So when you're using the expression, you just have to be a little careful how you define it. If you don't know how to do it, just look it up and then you will get it. So this is the silliest script you could ever have, okay? And then you could definitely make this cleaner, reduce the lines. So what happened here is I did a calc. So here, what happened here is, so enter the first number here. Okay, so this is just an echo command. This is actually where the input is getting. So here num1 is variable, and num1 is variable, also placeholder. Okay, and then you could make it up. You can make it up. You can make it up anything. And then it stops there, the script stops there, and then num2 is the same thing. I'm not going to go in the detail here, and so here is the expression which is happening. EXPR is used for calculation, okay? And then total becomes a, what is total becomes a correct name? What is total will become? Total becomes variable also. Okay, because when your total could be anything, right? It's going to change as this thing is changed, so it's going to variable.
Addition of two variable. Yes, sum of two variable.
Yeah, but total is also itself is a variable itself.
Self is a variable. Yeah.
Okay. Total becomes a variable, and then you're calling here the variable. You're
Yep.
calling it from the memory num1, num2, and num3. So let me try something. Let's run this. Okay, and 4, 2, total is 7, right? Let's call it here echo dollar total. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think it cancelled it out. Echo dollar num.
यहाँ कॉल करने का तरीका दूसरा होगा साहब.
Yeah, I mean from the script it's gone. If you're running it in the script, it's not going to remember it.
Okay, when you come out of the script, yeah, it is no more.
Yeah. Okay, so that's how it is. It's very simple, okay? It's not a rocket science. See, you started with like nothing, and then now you have like a script here, full functioning script. Okay, so now let's see what is the next gonna be. Let's focus on variable a little bit here, right? So everybody got the good understanding of variable, or should I spend a little bit more time on it?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So let's see here. Let me define what variable is. So variable So what happens here is, let me get a good definition here. What is variable? I don't like that. So, what is variable? So variable is a placeholder for a input. You could also use a variable for commands, etc. Okay, you can make up your own so the variables are defined by a person writing script. Okay, so in there, so we have two variables actually. One is a static variable and other one is a dynamic variable, okay? So two types of variable. Variable one is static and dynamic. Okay, so let's look at it here. Let's see here. Static variable, right? So let's see here. Let me put this. Okay, so let's put this in a script here and see how it works here. Okay, so let me clear this and then let me do a CP template, and what I'm going to copy it to is static var dot sh. Okay, so I'm going to go vi static var. So here what I'll do is I'll put a comment here. This is a static variable. So I have here is let's type Chicago. Chicago equals Illinois, and New York equals NY. Okay, then what I'll do is echo I'll say $Chicago is Midwest, and I'm gonna say echo space there and say echo $New York is East Coast. Okay, so let's see what happens. So when we run this, it's going to automatically change from, it will replace Chicago to with what? Illinois. And it will replace New York with New York. So if I run static, it says Illinois is Midwest and New York is East Coast. It's not going to display anything. It's not going to answer for user input or anything like that. Okay, so this is static. Okay, so Chicago and New York are static variables. Okay, so this is the silliest script on the planet, so there is nothing, anything good about it. So let's talk about the dynamic variable. Okay, so the dynamic variable so what we'll do is we'll use the same script and then make it a dynamic, cd static to dynamic dynamic var.sh. Okay, so vi dynamic. So here what I'm gonna do is over here read so here you'll do read $Chicago and so what you do is echo enter Midwest place. So I have read Chicago here, and here I'm gonna say enter East Coast place. Okay, and then I'm gonna get rid of this, and then I'm gonna say New York. Okay, and then I'm gonna get rid of some spaces here just for it to look good. Okay, so whatever you're gonna put in the New York is gonna take that up, and Chicago is gonna take that up. So here I'm gonna save and exit. So I'm gonna run the script dynamic. So it says enter Midwest place. I'm gonna say Milwaukee. And then I'm gonna say East Coast place. I'm gonna say Boston. There you go. It says Milwaukee is Midwest, Boston is East Coast. If you want to make it look good on your eyes, here is what you could do is you could do a couple echoes here. Then you could do another echo result of your output. Save and exit. Okay, I'm gonna say clear it. Enter a Midwest place. I'm gonna say Iowa. East Coast place is New Jersey. Okay, so it says I mean, here's the silliest thing you could create. Okay, you get the idea here, but later on you're gonna build up on this and actually use the commands to execute what you're actually doing it. Okay, all right, should I continue or this is enough for today?
बस ऐसा बात.
Yeah, I'm sleepy too, man. All right, we'll call it quit for today, and then we'll catch up next week. And I'm gonna upload this, and then we'll go from there.
ये अपना बैच कब तक चलता होगा साहब अभी?
I think we're gonna go into middle of January.
अभी क्या क्या टॉपिक्स बाकी है सर?
Both topics बाकी है.
Sir, did you upload it yesterday lecture?
Yeah, it's there. Actually, I think it was stuck here, so I restarted it again here. So can you check it? I uploaded it there though.
I didn't see documents and.
The video is there. Document is not there. So I'll do everything today.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so anything you want to just put it in the chat and I will go from there. Okay.
Oh, thanks.